Hi friends, this is Jerry Beezer. He's one of my mentors, and he's also my title representative for Chicago Title. He's been with Chicago Title for about 40 years.
38. I was 10 when I started.
Yeah, exactly. So we work very closely together on each escrow, and sellers need to know why title insurance is important.
Thank you. Hey, it's nice to be known as someone that understands the title insurance business. Being with Chicago for 38 years, the largest national company in the United States, things that you need to be aware of. One, the financial strength, worth $9 billion, that's with a B, and that represents the fact if there were any losses or claims that we would have the resources to pay those claims. The other aspect is part of title insurance is the policy that we issue is the homeowner's policy, has 37 or 42 coverages, and the things that are important, unrecorded documents, unrecorded easements, things that it could affect that were not of record, and that's what we're going to protect against. And then that's also, remember, we have attorneys that will defend you against possible losses or claims that somebody would put against you.
So could you give them like one or two examples of sticky title issues?
Yeah, there was a situation where a home was photographed. It was sold as an oceanfront, and below that house was a storm drain that was unrecorded that the city of Laguna put in many years ago. And the buyer was a famous individual, went to remodel it and found out that the storm drain was right under the subfloor where they wanted to change. So we paid a claim for $300,000 to that seller because he felt he was damaged, couldn't improve the property. And that is really nice, and you can write a check for $300,000 knowing that your client is protected, and that's what we want to do, is make sure you're happy and that the owner of the property is happy because that's their dream.
Because sometimes an owner will do an addition and it might encroach just over the property line without really thinking about it. So there are all sorts of issues. So we think about those things when I first take a listing. And Jerry helps me, think through those issues.
Right.
A lot of issues also deal with probate or estate planning issues when we're dealing with trustees.
Correct.
To make sure that they have the proper authority to sign off on documents.
The greatest thing also that Rosemary does is once she has that listing, we go ahead and do a preliminary title report, and we're going to look at a snapshot in time for that property now, bringing all the information forward, knowing what is necessary to pass clear title so that there are no issues and problems.
Yeah, there are all sorts of things we can help you, and we're here to help you.
Thanks.
Thanks.